Chineke na nke igwe biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt spiritual wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere anyị wee na-aja gị mma na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị na anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtụ na ịja mma mgbe niile n'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị anyị nwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nzọmụkwụ anyị niile ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile anyị anaghị atụ egwu mmadụ dị ndụ anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi si gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwa anyị akpụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ịja mma na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasị wee baa ha ọnụ ha wee daa hapụghị ikuni ọzọ obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'iyi eze ebube dị ngọzi anya ọnwa anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwee onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị mara onye ebighị ka a na-ajọ gị ise. Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed.
Thank you so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're connecting from. If you're joining me from Africa, from Asia, from Europe, from America, or from Australia, I thank you very much for your contributions on my channel. Please keep on commenting on the comment section. Whatever be your contribution, put it down in the comment section. It's all welcome. I really appreciate you and I thank you for all your support. God bless you very much. Please share the video. Share it with people who need to see, people who need to hear. We do not want them to take over the media. We don't want them to tell our stories. We have left their conventional media for them, and we are in charge of social media, trying to turn around all the lies that they have told about us, all the lies that are propaganda they are carrying everywhere. Thank God for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who has come to educate all of us, and today we know better. We cannot allow them to tell the story. We have already destroyed all their lies, all the lies they have been telling for years against the people of God. We have destroyed them all. And today, people know the truth. People know the situation of that very contraction called Nigeria. People know that it is not all well in that contraction. They cannot pretend anymore. They cannot hide it. They are trying as much as possible to hide the truth, but they cannot hide it. What they are doing on a daily basis is to come on their media to change the narrative. They try to make the victims are the aggressors, but we are not the aggressors. Everybody knows about that. The victims, they try to make them the aggressors, then they make the aggressors the victim. That is the narrative they are trying to change. On their media on daily basis, they come to talk against ESN, talk against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, talk against IPOB, talk against the innocent people who are fighting for their freedom. They make us the aggressors, but we are not aggressors. The aggressors are the Fulani Janjaweed and their government. Even during the time of NSAS, you see what happened. The same thing that happened in NSAS is what is still going on. People came to protest about intimidation, about the killing of innocent people by the police. But what did the government do? The government employed thugs. They used thugs to come and disrupt the protests. And at the end of the day, they changed the story. Instead of talking about people who were murdered, innocent people that were murdered during the time of NSAS, they changed the story and they were busy now talking about looting of properties. Their properties were looted, their houses were destroyed. That is to show you that Nigeria is not a country. They do not value a human life. A human life doesn't mean anything to a Nigerian politician. A Nigerian politician, they don't value a human life. In European countries, abroad, in all other continents, when you go there, even an animal, you cannot take the life of an animal with. You can't just take the life of an animal in other countries. You can't just take a life of an animal anyhow. But in Nigeria, human beings are killed without any repercussion, without any remorse, no sorry whatsoever. It is sad. This is what is going on in the contraction called Nigeria, and we say no to that. We say no to that. And who are those perpetrating this evil? The Fulani Janjaweeds. These are the people who has been killing innocent people from the day one, even before we got where we are today. Each time you were hearing about riot in the north, hearing about this riot and that riot, it was still that same Fulani that were killing people. They are the same Fulani that were people that were killing Southerners in the northern part of Nigeria, even before we got there. Before the head of their group, which is Muhammad Buhari, their godfather became a president. Now they became so bold to travel all over the country to begin to murder people and kill people. You can see the killing that is happening in Benue State. The governor of Benue State have cried and cried and cried. There was no help coming from anywhere, and he decided to tell his people to arm themselves and defend themselves. They have been crying. Nobody is listening to them. They are killing them on a daily basis. You see what happened in Enugu State. Enugu State, a lot of lives were lost. The governor kept mute. He couldn't defend the people. All this killing were happening in other places every now and again until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw it and see he can't keep silent and watch it to be happening. He set up the ESN. And since then, ESN have reduced the attack in the southeastern part of Nigeria. Instead of applauding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, encouraging the ESN, the governors connived together as usual, serving their paymaster. They brought war upon ESN. Not just upon ESN, they brought war upon the indigenous people of Biafra. The innocent citizens going to their house one by one to abduct them and kill them indiscriminately. Not even facing them in the war front. People who are in their sleep, people who are in their work, they go there and abduct them, take them away, and kill them. That is what is happening in Nigeria as we speak. It is still happening as we are speaking. A lot of people are losing their life. And the governors are supporting this, promoting this. It is the governors themselves that invited the military to take the life of the innocent citizens in the southeastern part of Nigeria. The governors are solely responsible. You see the North protecting themselves. The North are even making a case for their bandits. The North, they will come out openly and make a case for a bandit. You see Shegumi, the one they call Shegumi, a terrorist, a well-known terrorist, comes openly to challenge people on media to support the bandits. He tell you not to call bandits names. Recently, he came out to tell you that bandits are just kidnapping and taking money, and it is okay. Then he tagged ESN and ESN are killing. When there is no record of ESN killing anybody anywhere, there is no evidence and no record. There is no evidence and record. Meanwhile, bandits are killing their people on a daily basis. There are several video recordings. There are evidence. People captured, people who have been abducted, they pay ransom and they came out and told us how many that died on the way. But this man still come out confident to make a case for the bandit that they never kill anybody. And people are there watching and listening. And the people on the southeastern region, they call themselves elders, they call themselves politicians, are silent and watching. Bunch of idiots that we have in the southeastern part of Nigeria. When you talk of cowards, the only place you can have a good example of cowards is in the southeastern part of Nigeria. A good example of coward is in the southeastern part of Nigeria among those who call themselves the elites. Those who call themselves the governors, the politicians. It doesn't matter whom they are, except Abaribe. Every other politician in the southeastern part of Nigeria, they are all cowards. Are you talking about the groups that are forming, they call the traditional groups, the Ohanes and Igbo? The worst is Ohanes and Igbo. They cannot come out and speak on behalf of their people. They know fully well what their people want. Look at the northern people coming out every time to make a case for the bandits, make a case for the Boko Haram, make a case for the killers, openly and defend them. But in the southeastern part of Nigeria, what they do is, because of their cowardice, they support the government, they invite the military to kill their own people. Even when the government comes and say they are coming to kill their own people, they keep mute. They kill their own people, abduct them, kill as many as can, transfer some and jail them indiscriminately. Nobody is talking, nobody is challenging them, nobody is saying anything. If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu doesn't stand up and say a word, nobody will fight. Nobody will say a word. And you call yourself a leader in the southeastern part of Nigeria, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. Look at the northern part of, even if the way you see the people who are holding the freedom of Biafra and freedom of Udua, the people who are holding the freedom of the Southerners are Southerners themselves. People from the southern part of Nigeria are the people holding our freedom. They don't want to be free, but they will surely pay dearly with their own life. If you can see recently, even the Northern Forum, all of them are now coming out to ask for referendum. They have come out to write to the government and tell the government to abandon whatever amendment they are making and go for referendum for everybody to decide. A northern group is saying this, but in the southern part of Nigeria, what are you seeing? You still see the Ohanes and Igbo is talking about Igbo presidency. You see them talking about election. You see them still talking about restructuring that doesn't hold water. Instead of making case for their people, knowing fully well what their people want, they don't want to make a case for it. You see the Afenifere still talking about restructuring. Meanwhile, the North can come bold to make demand of anything they want on behalf of their people. Even now, they are talking about referendum. But nobody in the southeastern part, they have that courage. Not even one single person. Not even one single traditional ruler. Not even one single elite came out to speak. No group have come out to issue any statement, let alone issue any documents for referendum. That's to show you how decayed that southeastern part of Nigeria is. Mainly, the southern part of Nigeria as a whole, mainly southeast, bunch of cowards in that very area. People who have sold themselves to devil. People who have sold their soul to evil. Evil men who are swimming on the blood of their own people on daily basis, and they are happy. Meanwhile, the Northerners are making it. Now the Northerners are moving for referendum on their own. I want you to watch this very speech that they issued recently. Watch it carefully and see what they have to say, how far they have gone.
On the processes we have started on the issue of Biafra. We have been approaching the issue in stages. We first wrote letters to all northern emirs and chiefs. Later we wrote to the National Assembly. Now we have just taken the third step, stage 3. We are coming now from the registry of the Federal High Court of Nigeria, Abuja, where we filed an originating process asking the court to determine finally either the termination completely of the issue of Biafra or uphold it. And we are also asking for an order restraining the federal legislature from going ahead with the current review process of the Constitution, 1999 Constitution, pending the determination of this monumental issue of the unity of Nigeria. We are insisting that there has to be a nation first with a people and consent before we have laws to govern the way we live. So, like I said, we have just filed the processes. They are here. They have been endorsed by the registry of the Federal High Court in Abuja. And we have first a motion on notice. The plaintiffs here, applicants, are Nastura Ashir Sharif, Balarabi Rufai, Abdulaziz Suleiman, and Aminu Adam. And the defendants, respondents, are the Attorney General of the Federation, the Senate President, the Speaker, House of Representatives, and the National Assembly. It's a motion on notice brought pursuant to Order 26, Rule 1, and Order 56, Rule 1 of the Federal High Court Civil Procedure Rules of 2019. We are seeking, we are praying for an order of interlocutory injunction restraining the second, third, and fourth defendants from continuing with the process of further reviewing or amending the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, pending the hearing and determination of the substantive suit. 2, and for such further order or other orders as the Honorable Court may deem fit to make in the circumstance. We have filed 4 grounds of appeal supported by a 42-paragraph affidavit. That is for the motion on notice, seeking an injunction to restrain the continuation of the constitution review to attend to much urgent matter of the unity of the country, which is in question. Then we have an originating summons, which we also filed today by the same applicants, by the same plaintiffs and the same defendants. The questions we raised for determination in the originating summons are: 1, whether by the combined effect of the provisions of Section 4 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, and Articles 1, 2, and 20, Sub-Article 1 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, Ratification and Enforcement Act 2004, the fourth defendant is empowered to set in motion a framework for a referendum to allow the southeastern states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to decide on their bid for self-determination. Second question is whether, in view of the provisions of Articles 1, 2, 3, 14, and 20, Sub-Article 1 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, Ratification and Enforcement Act 2004, the second and third defendants have the power to call for a joint session of both houses of the fourth defendant to deliberate on the agitation for self-determination by the southeastern states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Number 3, whether, considering the violent agitation for self-determination by the people of the southeastern states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as deposed to in the affidavit in support of the originating summons, and the combined effect of the provisions of Section 4 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, and Articles 1, 2, 4, 14, and 20, Sub-Article 1 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, Ratification and Enforcement Act 2004. The second, third, and fourth defendants are not under a legal obligation to provide a framework that will pave way for the self-determination of the southeastern states so as to leave the geographical entity called Nigeria before any further step is taken to review the Constitution. Number 4, and if the answers to the above questions 1 to 3, as contended by the plaintiffs are in the affirmative, plaintiffs claim the following reliefs. So these are the reliefs we are claiming, just very few. We are not asking for much. A declaration that by the combined effect of the provisions of Section 4 of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, and Articles 1, 2, and 20, so Article 1 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, Ratification and Enforcement Act 2004, the fourth defendant is empowered to set in motion a framework for a referendum to allow the southeastern states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria to decide on their bid for self-determination. 2, a declaration that in view of the provisions of articles of the same provisions, the defendants have the power to call for a joint session of both houses of the fourth defendant to deliberate on the agitation for self-determination by the southeastern states of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Number 3, an order directing the second, third, and fourth defendants to provide a framework that will pave way for the self-determination of the southeastern states so as to leave the geographical entity called Nigeria before any further step is taken to further amend the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And number 4, any further order or orders as the court may deem fit to make. So this is the originating summons. After the court might have dealt with the originating summons is also supported by 44 paragraph affidavit. After the court might have fixed a date or might have concluded on the motion on notice, that's when a date will be fixed for the originating summons to commence. This basically is why we have asked you to come, so that we update you on the 3rd stage we have taken, which is a legal, which is the most legitimate stage. You are free to ask questions.
Even if it is true or lie, they might not even be serious with what they're saying, but they have said it in the open. Why don't you take advantage of what's the statement that they have issued now, and now demand for that referendum yourself? What is holding the southern part of Nigeria, those groups they have, the Ohanese, the Afenifere, the Pandef, what is holding you on coming to issue your own speech and ask the government to issue a referendum and abandon this useless amendment of constitution that I said they are doing? Your restructuring you are talking about, they have thrown your restructuring to dustbin. Now, what are you demanding for? What do you have to offer? They have thrown your restructuring into the dustbin before your own very eyes. And all of you have gone back to your states talking about local government restructuring. Before your own very eyes, you call yourself a Southerner. You are proud. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has given you the courage to make your demand. Instead of you bringing something strong on the table, you never brought anything strong on the table. You think it is easy to give a cup to monkey and take the cup back? You think it's a child's play? You just come and shout the restructuring they give you. Your restructuring that you have been shouting as a Northerner, as a Southerner, where are you now? Where have you been? What have you achieved? What is your demand? What are you demanding from this government? Nothing. You are just an OES member. As a Southerner, Southern politicians and governors, OES members, killing their people indiscriminately for no reason. These people do not mean well for you and I. That is why we have to stand up and fight our fight. Support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu with the last drop of your blood. Pray for ESN, any place you are. ESN will surely conquer. This is the army of God. Volunteers, they are not being paid. Nobody is paying them. Nobody is doing anything for them. But the people have volunteered themselves to defend their land. Army of volunteer. Sanctioned by God. Sanctioned by Chukwu Gabiam. You have to continue to pray for them any day, any time. Any support you can give them your grand support, because Biafra is here already. Biafra is here and Biafra must surely come. It doesn't matter what anybody says, it doesn't matter what we do, we will surely overcome. Thank you so much for listening to me. Thank you so much for contributing. Go to the comment section, add your own opinion, and share the video to people who need to see it. We cannot be silent anymore. There is no more time. No more time to play around. No more time to play around. Let us continue to add our voice so that we can be able to have our freedom. Thank you for watching wherever you're watching from. And remember, bye-bye. See you again on the next video.